All right. The first Friday of every single month, we have non-farm payrolls. It's the biggest economic event of the entire month. What you can do is you can take pre-market trades, pre-news trades, all right, before the news is released at 8:30, pre-news trades, and also post-news trades. Pre-news trades, you can take them all the way up to around 8:25. Look at that crude trade, just really gelled right into the news. What you can do is you can concentrate on taking pre-news. These are two pre-news trades. I like doing the long-term time frame on pre-news trades. And the one that really caught the market is a corrective wave, this big short at a target of 46 overall. It got down actually to my 87 level, I'm sorry. 87 level was major support on the whole level. 87.46 was the two support levels. It's bouncing off 87 right now, or they right at it. So, but there's a motive wave. There's two waves you're going to look for. You're going to look for a corrective wave and a motive wave. A motive wave is with the overall trend. All right, so pre-news, the trend was up. So that's called a motive wave. And a motive wave is very simple. If my 5-minute moving average, which we went over this in the conference call Wednesday, you want to replay that, J signal Lee sees, when that 5-minute crossed over, the trend was up, you're supposed to take the first retracement long. So that started that big move up. All right, pre-news, this is a wave 3 and a wave 5. That's with motive wave is with 5-minute trend. Well, there's only two wave patterns you can have when trading J signal. You can have a motive wave. Those are two motive with 5-minute trend. High value broke out, so it's a very solid signal. Let market profile set the trade up. That created major strength. Strong market. Breaking out a high value area, created a strong market for retracements. Right there, broke out a high value. It's a very strong market for retracement, broke out, first retracement, wave 5. So that's called a number 3 trade. The 5-minute moving average crossover. Motive wave. Then news post, and we get back inside a high value area to weaken the market. So it's closing back. It's got to close though. Price starts to close back inside. That weakens the market. Back inside a high value weakens the market. Remember, market profile sets a trade up. J signal is a trigger. So that weakens the market. And then we get what's called a corrective wave. Now you can't take a corrective wave unless market profile is broken back inside and closed back inside of. You're not allowed it in the room, according to my methodology. You can't take this corrective wave up here unless you close back inside of market profile, period. We close back inside a high value, it weakened. So you're allowed to take that corrective wave. Okay? Motive waves are the easy waves because motive waves are with 5-minute trend. Those are the easy trades to look for. All right, so there's your motive wave. Now in this corrective wave, this black line is the last line of defense on a retracement. So it came and butted its head right up against it. And that's what happened on the Russell 2000. If you look at the Russell 2000, the same thing. We had a nice corrective wave. Butted its head right up against the line of sand. If I take a look at the Russell 2000, butt our head right up against the line of sand. Right there. On the 5 sim, you should have your stop 2 ticks above the swing high when you get short. On line of sand trades, 2 ticks above the swing high was your resistance on the Russell 2000. 2 ticks above the swing high on the 5 sim on The oil, when you're trading the 5 sim, 2 ticks above the swing high or swing low. When you're trading the 3 sim, which is a smaller time frame, or the black charts number 1 trades, which we're bouncing off of number 1 right now, you just need a hard 15 tick stop, no more than that. All black chart trades are 15 tick stops, no more than that. All 3 Simrinko trades, no more than 15 tick stops, no more than that. With the 5 sim, it's 2 ticks below the swing low, 2 ticks above the swing high. So your stop on this big $1,000 short, that's a $1,000 short, you want it 2 ticks above the swing high on the corrective wave. There's your stop. So the 5 sim, I don't use 15 ticks, a longer time frame. You can get nickeled and dimed out there where it goes past 16, 17 ticks and then goes down, you know, $1,000. So you got to make sure that you use it as a swing level, a swing point. 2 ticks above the swing high, swing low would be your stop there. And then your stop here on this buy would be 2 ticks below the swing low. It should never violate that swing low if it's going to solidify to the upside or downside. It's a great way to trade the 5 sim. My swing low never got violated on number 3 there. My swing high never got violated on the line in the sand trade here. Now my target overall on this last trade, I said everybody to hold their runners. Why? So number 3. So here's the 2 number 3s. This is a motive wave to the upside, 5-minute trend up. Here's a corrective wave. Target goes all the way down to 46. Why? Because look at my black chart support level over here. Major support at this level, great place to bail in your position. To be conservative. Great place. When we're up here around 46.72, I said I got 46 as a target for a runner, and sure enough, we hit our 46. The key, if you notice on this 5 Simrenko, watch this. Market profile, set it up. Market profile set up that motive wave with 5-minute trend up. Remember, motive waves are a trend. Oops. And then the corrective wave, market profile set that trade up, and J signal was a trigger also. It's the same exact methodology right there. Market profile set up this trade, broke outside a high value. The 5-minute moving average crossover. Those 2 retracements, pre-news trade. It's a pre-news trade. And then market profile set this number 3 corrective wave up, got inside a high value, weakened it, first retracement short. So it's a wave 3 and a wave 5 here, and a wave 3 and a wave 5 here. They both completed Elliott waves. Now, the corrective wave, let me show you a trick, which I love to do. All right, I consider this a session high. Show you a little trick. This is a session is after midnight. The best time to take a corrective wave is off session highs. I'm at a session high here, and this is what really set the whole trade up. This is beautiful. You're going to see thousands of trades like this. There it is. My fib zone is 62 to 76% retracement. Look where it hit. 62% retracement right there inside my fib zone. So I not only was it a corrective wave, the best time for me to take a corrective wave is off a session high or session low. Those are going to be the big ones. They're usually $600 to $1,000 trades if you're into that sell zone. And it worked again. We got almost 600 plus traders around the world that trade this with news. This zone right here. And it really works great with J signal, especially when you're breaking on a session high or a session low into a corrective wave. It did it again. It's not unusual where a session high, session low, J signal and the first retracement will call the higher low for the whole day, the whole trading day. So that was right into the sell zone of 62 to 76%. All right, so to recap, it's very simple. Non-farm payroll happens the first Friday of every single month. It's the most important economic event you can possibly have. Trade off the larger time frames until the market settles down, and then you can switch over to the 3. The 5s are really, really good catching these moves though. All right, you can trade pre-market, pre-news, and you can see what type of movement you get pre-news. Once the news posts, make sure market profile sets a trade up before your entry. Market profile set this trade up, got inside a high value area, it was weakness. It's off of a session high, so we're looking for a corrective wave. When it breaks back inside a high value, first retracement, there you go, nailed it, $1,000 trade. Okay? That's a motive and a corrective wave of non-farm payrolls. J signal called both 3.5 on the upside and a 3.85 on the downside. It was perfect on crude oil today. Did not have one loser on crude on the 3 and the 5 wave. Gorgeous. All right, that's how we want it. I mean, if it could be this pretty every single time, it'd be great, right? So, just beautiful. 87 is now support down here. 87 support. The next wave up will be 72. Cheryl, go ahead and shut that off. You cannot take shorts above high value area. Here's the thing about it, Leo, is this. You're allowed to come all the way back up to this line in the sand on this corrective wave. You're allowed to come all the way up here because this started to weaken it right here, Leo, okay? Just because you get back above HVA doesn't nullify the trade. Your last stop will be the black line. This is the last level of defense. Last level of defense. Okay? This set the whole thing up closing below high value area. This set the whole thing up closing above high value area for the first retracement, wave 3 and wave 5 pre-news. Make sense? You just got to make sure you're not allowed to take a corrective wave unless you close back inside a high value if you're in an uptrend. But you're allowed to come all the way back up to the line of sand. Same thing happened to the Russell 2000. It was a corrective wave. The Russell 2000, take a look at it. The gorgeous Russell 2000 trade. It got below low value area right here. Right there. Got below low. That said, we're weak. Your last line of defense is the line in the sand right here. That's your last line of defense right here. Line in the sand on news. That's your last line of defense right there. So if you pull yourself in, your stop on the 5 sim Renko is always 2 ticks above the swing high, swing low. It's the best way to do it with news. But that started the whole thing. Weakened last line of defense. You're allowed to get back inside of LVA, right? You just can't close above the black line, and then you got to get a pull-in bar. All right? Does that make sense? Simple as that. And that's a hell of a trade on the Russell 2000. Break LVA, first retracement. See ya. All right? You can see the 87 level, we're bouncing hard. 72 is the overall wave move up. If you guys wanted to explore the number 1 down there, you can see the reason this bouncing is because we had such a deep corrective wave. In fact, we're probably going to go back up to 62% retracement again, which will be right here. We're right into 70, right around 70, 65, 70. If you took the number 1 up, which some of you probably did, have more experience in the room. If you took the number 1 up, here's your target. Right into the 70 level, 65, 70. We're right back at 62% again. Pretty neat how all this stuff lines up when you know what you're doing here. Very, very, very neat little system, especially if you play by the rules. The key is this, to make it simple on you, if you're new to it, make sure market profile sets a trade up by breaking outside of it or inside of it and then taking the first retracement. That's the key to the whole system. Or the first test of the level. First test of the hedge, got you 10 ticks, runner taken out. First test of 87, runner still holding. So that's the key. The key is to trade the first test of these levels or the first retracement. All right. All right. Good job. Good job today, guys. Very great trading. I mean, Russell 2000, beautiful. Crude oil had two big wave 3 and wave 5 patterns, a motive and a corrective. And also number 1, shooting straight up from the lows on the number 1 level. So everything that we talked about is really solidified about how we trade the system. Great job. There's your number 1. And then gold, we had that beautiful short gold right from the beginning to start off the day. That was really nice. All right, any questions? Go ahead and email me here. It's now 9:11. We have a good 45 minutes of trade, and now she's going to get choppy. Any questions? Feel free to email me. Be happy to help you guys and gals out. But you just got to trade the system. Let market profile decide when to look for a setup. It's not my opinion. It's not your opinion. Let market profile do all the work. It's worked for 30 years, the same exact setup. Number 3's worked for 30 years now. Number 1, same thing. How can we call 87 as a big bounce point and the low is 80 what? 81? We're 6 ticks off and the market's all the way up to 47. We're at 47 and we can call it within what, 5 ticks of the low? How can you do that? How's that possible? It's because market profile. You know, it's the best indicator that I've ever seen that can call the market on a daily basis, even with news. You just got to make sure you let market profile set the trade up, or whether it be the black charts on the first test, and that can only be with trend. You can't count it. You can't take no corrective waves off the black charts. Number 1, number 3 with trend, or you take the 3 motive wave and corrective wave with J signal. There's only one trade set to learn. It's number 3 on J signal, 2 to learn over here on the black charts, number 1, number 3. All right. All right. Good job, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Everybody have a great weekend. Remember, my number 1 news events of the month, non-farm payroll is the first one of the month. I got GDP, got 3 big ones coming up in the month next. Take pre-market trades. They work great. And they take post-news trades also. They work great also. All right. You guys have a great weekend. Good job. We replay these videos. Go to daytradingandfutures.com. Jerome will post it. Click videos. We replay those videos for you. I mean, they're on there for your review. And we just hit 62% retracement on this move up. So that's the overall target. Hit 65 was my target. And she hit right on it. So got to make sure you're scaled if you're in the number 1 trade off the lows. All right. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Take care now.